Hello, hello, and welcome back for more Strep Throat Theater. In Perfidious Pete slowly dies while playing XCOM, The Long War II. And no, I'm not talking about my inevitable slow defeat at the hands of Advent, although probably that's going to happen. I'm actually talking about the slow and total collapse of my immune system, which sort of does seem like a great parallel for my experience in Long War II thus far. They've both been painful, grindy, miserable experiences, which I would vastly have preferred not to have endured, I have to admit. It's just, I don't know. It's been a few days since I played XCOM, so you have to bear with me here. For you, it's been like 10 minutes, but for me, it's actually been a week since I abandoned this game mid-campaign because my throat felt like I'd been gargling battery acid for a little while. It's just, I don't know, like, feel inevitably doomed. This campaign and my illness is a slow reminder of my inevitable obsolescence and death at the cold, brutal hands of entropy and chance. Just looking around here, and this is Strep Throat Theater, folks. This is what you get, like, weird, disjointed commentary. You know, if Strep Throat Theater was actually a place, now that I think about it, it would definitely be like one of those single-screen kind of art house theaters where they show exclusively dark, grim, probably Eastern European films that are definitely subtitled, and probably the plot is like there's a waiter at a small cafe in Estonia whose bleakness of his own existence is slowly driving him mad, and ultimately he flings himself off of a bridge, splatter on the ice of a frozen river on the coldest day of the year, that kind of thing. Dark, bleak, leaving you without hope and wondering what the hell it is that you just witnessed and why you bothered to go to that theater in the first place. Yeah, that's Strep Throat Theater. I guess what I'm saying, which is mostly just me trying to obfuscate the fact that I'm looking around trying to get my bearings, is don't go to Strep Throat Theater. Just don't go there. It's not a fun place. You won't have a good time. Why would you ever go to one of those art house places? I don't, maybe you're crushing on like a really bohemian co-worker and you're trying to way too hard to impress them, I suppose. You've been working them for the last 2 years, and finally they agreed to go on a pity date with you, and you really, really want to do something that you know they'll like, so you take them to one of those films. That's the only thing I got. That's it. Strep Throat Theater. Don't go. That could legitimately be the name of one of those theaters. So we've got a Viper over here, which we're not really going to be able to do anything about. I really don't like our overall position here. I think our best bet is going to be, in this case, maybe to just fall back. If I recall correctly, there is another pod somewhere over here. It's like Mutons and Vipers. They're over in this building. I really don't want to accidentally spawn those guys, so let's bring Kathy D-List Griffin back. Have her keep an eye out. Lee Hollywood Mac has vision on just the one target. You know what, Lee Mac? I want you to reload. If you can only see one target, I'm pretty sure that target is the Berserker. I would prefer to not have to have you shoot if I don't have to have you shoot, I don't want you shooting. We got plenty of people who can see this Berserker and have respectable shots at him. Sarah Milliken has no bullets and 3 targets, which I don't like at all. I'm thinking Sarah Milliken may be falling back just to reload. Robert Webb is also in not a great position. 82%. Okay, what's our sniper got? Roseanne, you're on the rooftop. What kind of hits you got up here? Anything? 100% on the Berserker, but you're only going to get us 5 to 8 damage, which definitely isn't a kill. You got a 70% shot at that Advent Engineer, though. All right, let's try and conserve Roseanne's shot for last. So, David Mitchell, what do you got? 77% is not terrible. We could also have you... I don't suppose there's any chance you could get... No, I was going to say, get a grenade out there. I'm actually a little worried about this Advent Grenadier. If we throw a flashbang here, can we get... Can you flash both of these guys, Dave? Just doesn't quite have the distance for it. Alright, well, I mean, it's bad, but it's not the end of the world. So we got a shot from Lee Mac, which won't cost us much of anything, although I would really prefer to have Lee on Overwatch. We could have Robert Webb fall back here. Can he see that Viper from behind this tree? He can, that's bad. I don't want that Viper to be able to shoot at us. More importantly, I don't want that Viper to be able to use abilities on us. He can't get here in a single move. We might just have to have Robert Webb run. And if we're going to do that, what we should do is run back to like this rooftop. Because we've kind of, I feel like we've gotten a little strung out and gotten away from our overall philosophy for this, which was basically sit back and camp. We could also try and stun the Berserker. What's our stun chance here? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, problem solved then. Lou, take care of this for me. This Berserker's gonna take a little nap now. There we go. We just bought ourselves an extra turn. So Lee Mack, I think we're gonna drop you into Overwatch then. Robert Webb, I really would prefer you just get the hell out of Dodge, bro. I know you have to be close because the only weapon you've got left in your arsenal right now is a flamethrower. But I kind of don't want you to be able to see anything. Sarah Milliken, drop back here. And you're gonna reload. Okay, Lee Mack. You could take a shot or you could go on Overwatch. We got Mrs. Frizzle here. Let's have Mrs. Frizzle light this guy up. 6 damage. So, I mean, for certain values of lit up, she did in fact do the job. Seinfeld, that's actually not at all where I wanted you to go. I love starting things off with a series of misclicks. Okay. No, Roseanne, we're not shooting at the Berserker. He's stunned. I really need you to kill this guy. There it is. Okay, beautiful. So now all we have, and that's going to give you an opportunity to reload. Yes, do so. A death from above. We got 2 shots with squad sight. So Lee Mack, you're on Overwatch then, because I'm really, really concerned about that Viper. Ellen DeGeneres, you know what? I think maybe... You could take a shot at the Berserker, but it's a bad shot. I would actually just rather have you on Overwatch, I think. David Mitchell, I'm going to have reload and take another crack. I want you to take a crack at that Berserker. 77. There we go. 4 more damage. That puts him right in Roseanne Barr's wheelhouse then. Let's see how the enemy reacts. Excuse me? Perfect, just what we needed. Another pod of like a Muton, and what is that? Holy fucking shit pickles. We have like 5 Vipers active on the map right now. Jesus tits. This is way too many fucking guys. And of course, we can't get... Is this pod active too? How many pods are there that are 3 Vipers and a Muton? This is ridiculous. Oh, don't give me your reaction fire bullshit right now, XCOM. You can take that and shove it straight up your ass. Okay, Viper double moved. Oh, right. There's another Viper from this pod that's still back there, too. So there are like 8 fucking Vipers active on the map right now. That's goddamn glorious. Okay, so David Mitchell can see the Berserker, and he can see this Naha and nothing else. Well, Lee Mack, you're going to be moving. And we have got to get you in a position where you can't see everybody on the map. I sort of feel like this is a turn where we should just straight up, flat out run the fuck away. Robert Webb can see a Naha. You know, I think we can kill those guys with 1 grenade. Alright, this is going to be a little bit of an unconventional strat, especially when our goal here is... I really do feel like we need to run away now. Roseanne could kill this guy, and she would still have an action at the end of this. We can't leave that Berserker unattended. He's just too dangerous. We could also just hunker down. Okay, David Mitchell, I'm committing you. Do this. Can you... Well, you can kill probably the Naga. Because this thing is going to explode. We'll get some explosion radius damage. Can you just, seriously though, launch a frag grenade over here? David, come on, buddy. Oh, no, okay. Like a little bit further back though. Alright, you know what that's going to have to do. We really need a kill here. We really need some guaranteed damage. David Mitchell, I need you to stand and deliver for me, bro. Good, I think we got... Okay, we killed something. The Berserker is still up. That's a drawback, but the Berserker is very killable. We could have Louis C.K. just finish it off. In fact, you know what, Lou? No. 7... Finish him off. We can't leave that Berserker just lying around like that. That does leave David Mitchell and Louis C.K. in a very unenviable position defensively, though, because they're right next to each other, and there are 8,000 fucking Nagas back here who are going to be willing to breathe poison on every single one of us. What is there that we can still do damage? You know what? Fine. If there's something there I can blow up and do damage to, do it.
I'm running low on ammo.
That did damage to something, or we wouldn't have been able to shoot it. Okay, so Lily Tomlin, you can see everybody. And that is bad. We really need you to not be able to see quite so many people. Jerry Seinfeld is getting us exactly nothing here. Okay. We can't really do anything right now with our shinobis. If they go in and try anything at all, they're writing their own death warrant. So we're going to bring Seinfeld over here and just drop him into Overwatch to keep an eye on the enemy for us. Robert Webb is probably going to just end up on Overwatch. Lily Tomlin, I would actually really prefer you just fall back. How many people can you see from this tile? 79, roughly? 1, actually. What about over here? None? Is that a none? That looks like a none. Okay, let's make it none then. I like that better. Nope, it's in fact not none. It's 2. You can see an advanced trooper and a viper. Okay, well, screw it then. We're going full run the hell away strats then.
I'm on it.
Robert Webb, you're on Overwatch. What, Pete? What are you doing? Why are you running away like this? Because we can't fight this many guys at once. We're gonna have to get some kills with Overwatch. We can't engage this many units at the same time and have any fucking hope whatsoever of success. This is way too many guys. Ellen, if you're going to go on a yellow move, I would really rather have you just go further. Let's put you up here. You can peek through this window. Maybe you get an Overwatch shot at something with a really weird angle coming in. Maybe. You can't see anything from there, which is just fine. Kathy Griffin, I would prefer you just stay right where you are. So Roseanne is the mystery woman here. Because she has shots and could potentially maybe earn us some kills. I just don't think leaving her up here to shoot by herself is a great idea. Can you see anything from this tile? No. In fact, you would only have squad. Yeah, we're going to move you to this full cover then. Full cover on a rooftop, I like. Lee Mack, can you get over here? That's a blue. You know what? Come around this corner. And be on Overwatch. We're going to have some people get poisoned here. I'm fully prepared for it. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. We're preparing for the poison apocalypse. We've just got to get some hits from somebody at some point on some Overwatch here. One of these days, okay, 27% chance to hit. The AI is definitely going Graze farming here. That's a double move. Okay, Ellen took a bad shot and whiffed it. Got an advanced trooper coming in, hiding behind an explodable. Taking a 30% shot. Okay, Lily Tomlin's getting luckier than she's got any right to. Jerry Seinfeld is in a little bit of a pickle here. All right, David Mitchell. You have a bunch of... Oh, that Muton is right next to... Is there any chance we could blow up that forklift? Maybe. Lee Mack could give him both barrels, too. Yeah, I know we're taking Overwatch if we move there. So Robert Webb has a terrible shot at the Viper. Just absolutely terrible. Louis C.K. has got his stun back, but he's also got a run and gun. Lou could come up here, draw some Overwatch. He could probably kill this guy. How are we going to deal with all of this shit, though? Like, what tools do we have in the drawer to handle that stuff? Yeah, Roseanne, can you see anything? Roseanne has shots, too. 2 very bad ones, but she does have shots. One is at the Viper, and in theory, with a little bit of luck, could maybe generate a kill. Okay, Mitchell, like 85,000 people can see you, right? Yeah, and you can see roughly 85,000 people. Also, just like a little precursor here, you can hear my Actually, right now, as in situ, you can hear my voice getting like a little bit scratchier than I'm comfortable with. And episodes for like the next couple days are probably going to be just a little bit shorter than I ordinarily run them, just to give my throat a little bit of a chance to break down here, or to rather stop breaking down. All right, I don't like this play, but David Mitchell, I need these guys. If we're going to have any chance of success here, we got to keep those guys flashbanged and try to earn some chances to pick them off. Robert Webb, you have one shot that is so bad it's actually not even worth taking. We also don't want you pulling that Overwatch. So Lou, okay, where's Sarah Milliken? We could bring Sarah forward and have her command Lou to fall back if we needed to. I don't hate that plan. Miss Frizzle got a shot. It just ain't a good one. It's probably not going to get much better, and I think maybe what we might do is have her suppress. It sort of feels like now's maybe the time where we gotta roll out a Seinfeld, or we gotta roll out a Kathy Griffin. We could flesh that man, but we're taking a bunch of Overwatch to do it, and there's like almost no way that doesn't spawn an additional pod, right? That almost definitely spawns another pod. It also leaves us very vulnerable to that advanced trooper. Let's hold off on that for the now. Okay, Ellen DeGeneres. We could bring you down here. Like, the most we could possibly get out of Ellen this turn would be maybe a frag grenade. Well, you know, we might be able to set one of these Vipers on fire. But they're all stunned up, dude. Is now really the time to go setting them on fire? Also, Ellen's out of bullets. We could also reveal Kathy Griffin. And, you know, revealing the Kathy Griffin might be the better strategy. Lee Mack would have a shot from here. How bad is it? It's going to be real bad. We could also get him on the roof and half cover, and he'd have a much better shot. I like that strategy better. Okay, let's do this. We're going balls deep right now. This is it. Louis C.K. is going to come over here. He's going to run and gun. He's going to pull the Overwatch for us, and he's going to shoot this Muton in the spine. Which means our only goal for the rest of the turn is then to kill that Viper. These are flashbanged. We'll have full cover against them. This better not hit. That definitely went directly through Louis C.K.'s sternum, but somehow the man managed to remain unscathed by it. 5 to 10, our maximum damage here, even on a crit, is... it's unlikely to kill. If we need to, Sarah Milliken can command him to shoot again. Yep. Okay, Sarah Milliken's going to need to command him to shoot again then. Or we could have Deeks come up here and, could probably pop him for 2. We could also just have Sarah Milliken come up here and try and shoot the guy. I don't hate that plan. It keeps our options open as well. Miss Frizzle, we'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, so, yeah, Seinfeld. Okay, the jig is up. We need to get some damage on this guy before we send Jerry Seinfeld in for the murder. Who's going to do that? Probably Robert Webb is the only person in town who has a chance at it. Although Roseanne has a bad chance at it. Lee Mack, is this a flank shot if you come around here? How can you not see that Muton from there? Okay. Let's take Lee Mack to the rooftop then. Oh, the one tile Lee Mack can get into up here does not have cover. God damn it, Lee. Alright, well, you know what? Here. Be over here then. I can't see what I'm doing. Lee Mack, come over here to this full cover. I can handle that. This gives you options for shooting. Terrible options. I mean, ridiculously terrible options. But also, you could throw a grenade. Can you throw one so as to hit this Muton without killing Louis C.K.? Yes, although, just because it would be the worst possible outcome, I guarantee this is going to blow up that forklift. Even though, if we were trying to blow this forklift up with a grenade, we could throw 10,000 grenades at it and never get the job done. Is it going to explode now? I guarantee it's sparking or smoking. Nope. Oh, okay. Figured Louis C.K. would be vastly and savagely fucked, but he held on. So we need somebody who can give us an assist over here. We gotta get some damage on that Viper. Anything we can get is probably enough. Okay, Deacon.
I'm going.
You have range issues, I know. Wow. Okay. I don't suppose you can hit it with the flamethrower? Definitely not. Well, that was a useful move. So Robert Webb's going to give us nothing. Can you see this? Okay, Sarah Milliken can at least see it from this tile. I'm starting to think maybe the move is take Jerry Seinfeld, dash him in, hope for a critical, and then command Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah, you know what? We got to get one of our Shinobis into the mix here. 8% chance for a critical. If we get a critical, it could be a kill. Yeah, you saw Seinfeld. There he is. Don't miss, Jerry. Yeah, 4 damage, it turns out, was, like, way not enough. Okay, so Sarah Milliken, yeah, you're the only person who can now save Jerry Seinfeld. So we're going to use, I think, our last command action. Not on Hollywood, not on the Deacon. On the Gopher, yes. Command Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry, what I need you to do is to stab that man in the heart. I say man, even though he's a giant snake man. Stab that snake man in the heart. 93% chance to hit there. 93% chance to hit here for better damage. Minimum damage is a kill. Do it. Okay, we also managed to pick up some completely and totally pointless loot. Yeah, Jerry, you know, you may not be long for the world, so let's worry less about the factor whether or not you got something you can use. Let's worry about that at a later date, because this snake man has you badly flanked. And what we need to do is get, I think, a suppression on that guy. Is there a tile from which Lily Tomlin can see Lils? Can you see that guy from here? It says you can. So if we bring Lily Tomlin and put her here, she's still in full cover, enjoying the advantages thereof. And then we have her suppress this guy. Doesn't have enough ammo for the area suppression, which is unfortunate. Can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you might get what you need. Ellen DeGeneres is going to be on Overwatch. I'm getting real tempted to unroll my Kathy Griffin as well, but I would like to keep at least one member of the team. I mean, we could have Robert Webb go on Overwatch, but it's almost entirely pointless to do so. I think our better bet is just move Webb around here, get him a little better cover so we don't have to worry about him getting shot at. And that leaves us Roseanne. She's got a 49% shot at the Viper we are suppressing. You know what, Roseanne? I want you to go on Overwatch. If that Viper moves, I want you to kill him. And Kathy Griffin, I'm a little worried. We know there's a pod over in this building. I'm a little worried about them rolling up on our flank. So let's bring Kathy Griffin over and around. We're just going to drop her into Overwatch. Let's see how the enemy reacts. These guys are all flashbanged or flashbanged and suppressed or some variety of negative effect status given. My throat's getting real scratchy. Pete, you're going to do real short episode? Yeah, I'm thinking about just cutting them into tinier chunks here, just so I can kind of give my voice a chance to relax between episodes. 20% chance to hit there, clearly working for a graze. This guy's going to do Overwatch, which is fine. The other Viper did nothing. Surprising. All right, well, before I choke on my own mucoid secretions, I know this is kind of cheap and this episode is not supremely long, but I'm going to put a little cut in here. Again, I apologize, but man, there's only so far I can push my voice. If I do like 1 hour long episode, that's going to be, I'll get 1 day's worth of recording out of my throat right now. And honestly, I got a trip coming up. I'm going to be out in Seattle in the next week or two, and I kind of need to work on a backlog. So I apologize for being a cheesy, limey git. Why are you British? Because the British are known for their poor manners. I can't even put together a cogent metaphor either. I just, you know what? Yeah, I'm wrapping this one up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really means a lot. If you'd like to see the end of this cavalcade of enemies, you might consider subscribing as well, because with really short episodes, it's actually going to be a while. I have a feeling there are like between 400 and 900 more enemies on this map, so it should be pretty interesting. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching, and don't get strep throat, and don't go to Strep Throat Theater. That's all I got to say. You don't want to watch that guy hit the ice. It's just, you're never going to be able to unsee it. You really aren't. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.